Hello friends, welcome to the video lecture of algorithm to find the odd numbers between 1 to n. Okay, n is a range which is given by the user. N may be 100. If n is 100 is given, the odd numbers between 1 to 100 should be found. If it is 1000, odd numbers between 1 to 1000 should be found. If it is 10,000, odd numbers between 1 to 10,000 should be found. What is the logic to find an odd number? For example, you have to perform a modulo division. The modulo operator always return a remainder. For example, if you take 5 modulo 2, so modulo return the remainder. If you perform a modulo operator, perform modulo division by 2, the odd numbers will return the value 1. 5 modulo 2, the remainder is 1. 15 modulo 2, okay, 7 times, and the remainder is 1. 155 modulo 2, the remainder is 1. Okay, so likewise, whatever odd number you have perform a modulo division operator, it will return the remainder 1. By using this logic, we are going to write the algorithm to find the value between 1 to n. N is the range given by the user. So step 1, is start. Okay. Step 2, we have to get the input value n from the user. Okay. Step 2, input n. Step 3, I am using a loop variable I, okay, a loop counter variable I. Step 3, set I equal to 1. Okay, why I am using I? It's a loop counter variable. We have to travel from the 1 to n. So this is the loop counter variable. Okay. Next step, what I am doing, I am writing a loop. Step 4, if I greater than n, then if the I value exceeds the range n, then what we have to do? We have to stop the looping. So we have to move our control to the last step of the algorithm. So last step, we don't know what is the number of the last step. So what I am doing, if I greater than n, I am using go to operation, loop skipper, go to step. Okay, the step number not known now, last step is not known now, with start of the algorithm is not known now. So I am just leave it empty now. Okay, so if I greater than n, then go to step, the last step, the number, we don't know the number of the last step. Okay, that means the stop of the algorithm. That's why I am leave it as a blank now. Okay, so end if. Okay, if I greater than n, then go to step, last step, number to be given, okay, in the end of the algorithm, and end if. Step 5, so what I am doing, I am performing checking the number. Okay, if I greater than n, the control will go to the last step. Okay, otherwise what will happen? Step 5, okay, if I modulo 2 equal to 1. I modulo 2 equal to 1. So modulo 2 equal to 1 means it is an odd number. So we have to print the number. Okay, then so here also I have use a calculator. Okay, then I modulo 2 equal to 1, then print I end if. Okay, print I end if. Okay, so I modulo 2 equal to 1, then print I. Okay, then we are printing, it is odd number, that's why we are printing the I value and we are ending it. Okay, step 6. So we have to increase the loop variable. Okay, I equal to I plus 1. Okay, I equal to I plus 1. For example, we have capital I for differentiation and doing that I equal to I plus 1. Okay, I equal to I plus 1. Step 6. Okay, step 7. Step 7. Step 7, what we have to do after incrementing the loop variable, we again transfer the control to the step 4. Okay, then only I value will get increased and it will check whether the I is greater than n. Okay, then okay, it is not true, then it will come to the step 5 and check the next number is odd number or not. Okay, this is the logic of the loop. Okay, go to step 4. Go to step 4. Step 4. Step 8 is the end of the algorithm. Stop. Okay. So now what I am doing, if I greater than n, then we know the last step, that is step 8. Okay. I am giving here, go to step 8. Okay. See the logic. Okay. We are obtaining input from the user. Set the loop variable I equal to 1. For example, I am giving a n equal to, okay, for a tracing I am giving a n equal to 5. Okay, so I will trace. Okay, I equal to 1. It will check I greater than n. That means it will check. Okay, 1 greater than 5 is false. Okay, it is false. It is false. It's not true. False. Okay. Then what will happen? It will go to the step 5. Okay. Okay, I greater than n is false. It won't come into the body of the loop. It go to the next step. I modulo 2. Okay, here if I modulo 2, what is the value of I? 1 modulo 2 equal to 1. Okay, why it is written 1 here? Because when the value of 1 is lesser than 2, that's why it written the value. Okay, if for example we are having a 3 modulo 5 written 3, 4 modulo 5 written 4, 5 modulo 5 written 0. Okay, so if the 1 is lesser than 2, that's why it written the value 1. Okay, I 1 modulo 2 equal to 1. That means what will happen? We print the value output. Okay, it will print the value 1 first. Then I equal to I plus 1. So now what will happen? I is become 2. Okay, then go to step 4. It will come to the step 4. That is, it will check 2 greater than 5. It will check 2 greater than 5. Okay, no. Then it will check I modulo 2 equal to 1. So what will happen? 2 modulo 2 equal to 0. So it won't print. Okay, again I equal to I plus 1. So now I equal to 3. Okay, it will check. Okay, go to step 4. It will come to the step 4. It will check again. Okay, 3 greater than 5. No. Okay, again what will happen? It will come to the, it won't go to the body of the step. It will again come to the step 5. It will check. Okay, what will check? If 3 modulo 2, if 3 modulo 2 equal to 1, okay, which is equal to 1, then what will be? Print the value I. So now in the output 3 will get printed. Okay, now we will have I equal to I plus 1. I is become 4. Okay, the 4 won't get printed because 4 greater than 5 is false. It will come to the next step. Then I modulo 2 equal to 4 modulo 2 equal to 0. It won't print. I equal to I plus 1. Then now I is become 5 now. I is become 5 now. It come 5 greater than 5 is false. Okay, 5 greater than 5 is false. 5 equal to 5. Then it come 5 modulo 2 equal to 1, which is true. It is true. It will print the I. Okay, it will print the value of I. Then I equal to I plus 1. I is become 6. Go to step 4. Now I is become 6. Go to step 4. It will come to the step 4. Okay, what is happening here? 6 greater than 5 equal to true. 6 greater than 5 equal to true. Then it will go to step 8. It will come to the end of the loop. Okay, in this way, this algorithm will work. So we have written the algorithm and traced the algorithm to find the odd numbers between 1 to n. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching this video. Those who to subscribe my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel for the follow videos and updates. Thank you.